Now, this week here on Breakfast, we've been following England's Amputee Lionesses, who qualified for the first ever Amputee World Cup in Colombia next month.
They set out to raise £50,000 to cover the costs of taking part. And if you were watching yesterday, you will know that they have now easily reached their target. John, this is the most incredible story.
Fantastic,
what's happening?
Isn't it? Yes, they did so. It's been their big aim to get to the Women's Amputee World Cup. They've achieved it thanks to the generosity of people who've donated so that they could hit that target after we featured them on Breakfast this week. Remember, members of the team, they're cancer survivors. Some of them were born with limb difference. All they want is the opportunity to compete on the biggest stage of all. And there's been such a huge reaction. That response has extended beyond just donations. John Terry, the former England and Chelsea captain, having heard about their story, made contact with the team, invited them down to the Chelsea training base yesterday. They went to a game, the Chelsea women's game, last night, and I was there to join them and find out how they got on as they met John Terry yesterday. The dream is a reality. The Amputee Lionesses are off to the World Cup.
I get a bit emotional sometimes, you know, because obviously it was a horror 2 years, and now that I have a family around me, you know, all these women are so amazing, and I get emotional because they're all amazing.
Hi, girls.
Here, the former England and Chelsea captain John Terry welcomed the team to Chelsea's training ground, having seen and been inspired by their story.
It was yesterday afternoon, kind of see the tweet, so we retweeted it.
You've been there, you've played at a World Cup. What's it going to be like for them now?
Well, hopefully they go a little bit further than we managed to.
It's been a whirlwind day for the Amputee Lionesses and Annabelle Kiki, who appeared on Breakfast yesterday morning before being driven down to the training ground for the next stop on their World Cup journey.
Every girl on that team deserves this, and I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's donated, because you got us to this World Cup.
Before appearing on Breakfast this week, the team was still short of their £50,000 target. But thanks to the generosity of the viewers and now support here from across the football community, they're heading to the tournament in Colombia next month.
They've been on a journey for the last year trying to raise funds for being able to go to the World Cup in Colombia. We've managed to help, and you guys have as well, so a big thank you for helping them as well. But they're absolutely delighted we've managed to get them to their target, which means they'll be going to the World Cup.
You can now book flights.
Absolutely fantastic, yeah. The girls are on the way to Colombia. It's unbelievable. It's about time we took disabled people seriously as athletes as well.
Photographed here in the England kit they will wear at the tournament, their stories continue to inspire other girls that they too can become Amputee Lionesses. It's about showing them these younger girls like you can also go to a World Cup.
Yeah, you know, able, disabled, it doesn't mean you can't play football, and being an amputee has changed our lives. But for obvious reasons sometimes, but you know, bringing football into our lives is, you know, been a lifesaver for me. It's always been my safe space. So now that we get to offer that to younger people, it just makes it even more important that we get out and do what we're doing, and getting it known out there and getting these girls the support they deserve. And it means that, you know, next 20 years we're going to have so many girls built up with experience and strength, and they just shows them that they can do whatever they put their mind to.
It's been an incredible journey for Annabelle and two other members of the team who actually met on the Eurovision stage performing with Sam Ryder last year.
A Eurovision fan favorite.
His song Mountain was written about the amputee community. And having been invited by John to round off the day watching Chelsea women in a European match at Stamford Bridge last night, it was smiles all round as they now prepare to perform on the biggest stage of all next month. And that's what makes that link up so special, because they can have conversations about potentially how John might be able to help the team, you know, longer term, because that's what they need. They don't just want to rely on handouts, do they? Every time they're heading to a World Cup, relying on the generosity of people. They need a kind of sustainable model, a funding model that really helps them to continue to compete all the time.
Isn't it interesting who watches Breakfast?
Yeah,
I know.
Quite a few people have been in touch, I think, with offers of support, so that's really lovely to see.
The impact that it can have.
Dead exciting. Brilliant characters.
Thanks very much.
We'll be following it over the next month.
We will be, yeah.